Hi, Jim. My name is Sam, and I needed your advice more from a mental health standpoint because I kind of know what you will say financially. But basically, I made the stupidest mistake possible, and I completely blew pretty much our whole nest egg, about $2 million. How did I do it? Probably not even important, but I just made a really, really stupid investment, and it's basically down 80% now and continuing to go down, and doesn't look like it's going to recover anytime soon. So I understand, financially speaking, what's the best thing to do? I mean, obviously, I have a pretty good income, so just keep plugging away and saving and learn from my mistakes and avoid doing something stupid in the future. But I'm having a really hard time kind of getting out of my depression of working so long and just getting completely, basically gambling away our $2 million nest egg and starting from scratch again. Any advice, would be really appreciated. Thanks so much.
I'm so sorry, Sam. That is a terrible story. This might be the worst speak pipe I've ever gotten. Um, what a tragedy. Obviously, you should have been diversified. Obviously, you shouldn't have done what you did. Let this be an example for everybody else of how important it is to invest your money, not gamble it, to be diversified, to not put all your eggs in one basket, and to realize that building wealth slowly is a far better option than trying to get rich quick. But for you, Sam, that's you've learned those lessons. You don't need me to reiterate them. How do you move forward? Well, let's talk about what you mean by depression, first of all, right? I mean, I see lots of people who are really depressed, people that are suicidal every day. If that's where you're at, you need to get some help. And there is help out there. The nice thing about feeling suicidal is that it typically passes relatively quickly. If we can keep people safe for a few days, most of the time they're no longer feeling suicidal. So if you are there now, or if you find yourself going there in the future, please get some help. I know it's not popular in the medical community, especially, to seek out help for mental health issues. It can even affect credentialing at times. But it's a whole lot better to have, your credentialing be affected than to suffer with mental health or worse, an early death due to a mental health issue. If your depression is not that bad, it does not hurt to talk to somebody about it. Therapy goes a long way. And just getting stuff out in the open. In fact, just recording this speak pipe was probably therapeutic for you. It's certainly helpful to those around you. That's something good that comes out of your experience is you've taught 30 or 40,000 people the importance of diversification, and that's valuable. Now, I think the mindset here is key for you. And the mindset needs to be that this is water under the bridge, right? Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes financial mistakes in their life. I mean, look at the list of mistakes I've made, right? I've hired someone that I thought was a financial advisor that was really a commission salesman in disguise. I've bought a whole life insurance policy. Financially speaking, having the military pay for my medical school was a mistake. I ran the numbers once and figured out I came about $180,000 behind. And obviously, early in your career, once you multiply that out with compound interest for a few years, maybe that's even a $2 million mistake. So everybody has got mistakes, and the only way you can deal with them is to treat them as water under the bridge. And you got to look forward and move forward with your finances and control what you can control. You can no longer control this mistake, whatever it was. I don't know, maybe you bought some crypto asset with all your money that went down, or you put it in options. I don't know what you did to lose that much money. But whatever it was, it's gone. Let it go. Let it go. The good news, if you're listening to this podcast, is you're probably a high income professional. You were able to build a $2 million nest egg. How much faster can you do it this time with what you know now? Probably a lot faster. And so I have no doubt in my mind that you are going to become financially independent. Not as fast as maybe would have occurred, but certainly, with plenty of time to spare before the time you need to be financially independent when you hit retirement. So focus on moving forward. Use your experience for good as much as you can. Make sure you take care of yourself first and foremost. Remember, the biggest threat to your finances is probably burnout. And so make sure that you are optimizing everything for longevity. And you can do this. You can do this. The WCI community will help. And someday maybe we'll even be able to meet in person and talk about it. And someday you might even be able to laugh this off as a silly mistake that didn't really affect the end result. By the way, you mentioned our, so I assume there's a spouse or a partner or something else in the picture. And you guys have really got to, talk about this and get on the same page about money. What you may find is that each of you can keep the other one from making financial mistakes by working together. So whether that involves, both of you working together with an advisor, both of you working together with a therapist, or just, talking regularly about money, enlist the aid of both partners. And a lot of times that can help you to do even better moving forward. I suspect you may not have been doing that as well as you should have if you made this mistake. But if you both get on the same page, you can probably build wealth even faster the second time than you did the first time.
The hosts of the YQA Investor podcast are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is free entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.